This next sequence is designed to help the torso expand to allow more space for the breath to flow easily and fully. We'll begin in a standing position and spend a few moments simply observing the breathing space. Imagine that as the breath flows into your body, it's filling a container that expands within your torso. You might notice the size of this container. You might notice its shape. You might notice where it is located in your body. It might be narrow or wide, round, square, triangular, high, low, near the middle. There's no right or wrong. Just observe what your breathing space feels like as you breathe in this moment. You may notice shifts in the breathing space as you move through these next exercises. To invite openness into the upper torso, you can choose between a standing posture or child's pose. If you're standing, raise your arms overhead. If you're in child's pose, extend the arms out in front of you with your palms toward the floor. In whichever position you've chosen, invite the breath to expand into your chest, your upper back, and your sides, filling your whole upper torso with expansive breath. Maintaining this posture, wait for the body to discover its potential to expand more fully. Waiting for each inhale to rise on its own. Following each exhale slowly out of the body. When you're ready to transition, if you're standing, let your arms down. If you're in child's pose, come to a kneeling position. Notice your breathing space now. What effect has this experience had on your breathing container? To invite openness into the sides of the body, we'll come into a side bending posture, either standing or in child's pose. If you're in child's pose, walk your hands toward the right without changing the position of your hips. If you're standing, raise your left arm over your head and reach over toward the right side. The right arm can rest by your side or with your hand on your hip, or extended overhead, perhaps with your right hand, gently guiding the left wrist over toward the right. Keep your body in alignment as if you were in a narrow space between two walls, and hold a steady position without bouncing or straining. Now in either position, follow the breath into your body, imagining that the breath can expand into your left side, creating openness in the left ribs. Observe these breaths with interest and curiosity. Envisioning a balloon expanding into your left side. Come back to neutral when you're ready, standing or kneeling with your arms by your sides. And notice how your breathing space feels now. Does the breath feel any different on the left side of your body? Now repeat this on the other side by moving into a side bend toward the left. In child's pose, walking your hands toward the left side, or standing, raise your right arm overhead and bend toward the left. Breathing into the right side body. Envision openness and expansiveness on this side. You might feel the breath extending from the armpit all the way down to the right lower back. Softening through the face, the eyes, the jaw. Then coming back to a neutral position, arms by the sides. Notice how your breathing space feels now. Next, we'll invite openness into the chest area. In a standing position, raise your arms outstretched in front of you to about shoulder height. Arms and hands soft and relaxed, hands facing each other. As your next breath flows in, float your arms out to the sides, shoulder height, and invite the breath to flow into your chest area. As the breath leaves your body, float your arms back toward each other. Repeating this motion at the pace of your own breath, arms opening with the inhale, arms closing with the exhale. Let your breath lead the motion and take your time. It might feel like your arms are the handles of a bellows drawing breath into your chest. After your next inhale, float your arms down to your sides, interlace your fingers behind your back, and roll your shoulders open, shoulder blades sliding toward each other. Keep a slight bend in your elbows. There should be no straining or discomfort from this posture, and it's fine to let your hands rest against your backside. In this position, focus on inviting the breath to expand fully into your chest. With your head in a neutral position, your face and eyes softening, notice how it feels to invite the breath into your chest area, creating openness around your heart. Just listen with interest and curiosity, gently breathing into this experience. When you're ready to transition, release your hands, and now observe your breathing space. Notice how you feel mentally and emotionally. To invite openness into the upper back area, in a standing position, open your arms wide and wrap them around yourself, giving yourself a hug. It's not important how far around your body you reach, but your hand should rest around the level of your armpits or a bit lower. Now relax your arms and shoulders as much as possible and breathe into your upper back. Imagine that there's a balloon expanding into the space between your shoulder blades. If you notice tension in this area, just accept its presence and gradually invite it to soften and release. Maybe breathing compassion into areas of tightness or tension. You can experiment with dropping your chin toward your chest, which will likely move sensations of stretching higher up your back toward the base of your neck. Breathe into any area where you feel sensations of tightness or stretching. And bringing your head to neutral, open your arms wide, and then wrap them around yourself again with the opposite arm on top. Again, breathing into your upper back. Patiently waiting for the body to discover its ability to expand and allow the breath in. Drop your chin toward your chest if you find this variation helpful. Let your body guide you to choose the positions that are most useful for you at this time. Bringing your head to neutral, open the arms out, and then relax the arms down by your sides. Notice your breathing space now. Has it changed in its size, its position? You might also notice how you feel mentally and emotionally, letting go of any expectations, just noticing what is in this moment. To continue expanding through different areas of the back, from a standing position, drop your chin toward your chest and slowly roll downward, with your back curving, arms and head hanging down. Pause about halfway down and invite the breath to flow into the area where you most feel the rounding of your back. Envision this part of your back expanding outward with each breath. After a few breaths at this level, experiment with dropping lower down or coming up higher, still allowing the head and arms to hang downward. Breathe into the curvature of your back and allow the breath to create expansiveness from the inside. Continue at your own pace to experiment with this posture at different levels of bending forward. When you're ready to transition, slowly roll up to a neutral standing posture with your head coming up last. Notice the effects of this experience on your breathing container. To invite openness into the lower back, come to your knees and rest your body forward into child's pose, with your forehead on the ground in front of you and your arms either resting extended in front of you or alongside your legs. Now soften through your legs and your hips and invite the breath to expand into your lower back. Envision a balloon expanding into your lower back with each inhale. Following the exhale as the breath slowly leaves your body. Sometimes resting the hands over the lower back can help bring more awareness to the breath in this area. If you place the palms of your hands on your lower back with your fingers pointing toward each other, you might find that the warmth of your hands helps to draw awareness into this area. Another option is to rest the backs of your hands over your lower back, lightly holding one hand with the other so that the shoulders can relax fully. Allow your body to guide you to find what is most helpful for you in this moment, focusing on expansion into the lower back. When you're ready to transition, place your hands beneath your shoulders and guide yourself to an upright kneeling position. Take a moment to notice your breathing space now. Notice how your lower back feels. Notice where the breath is distributed in your body. Notice any shifts in how you're feeling mentally and emotionally. Next, we'll focus on inviting expansion into the abdominal area. Find a comfortable position lying on your back, or sitting if lying down is not an option. Take your time in settling into a posture that feels easy and relaxing. You might like to lie with your legs outstretched, or knees bent resting against each other, or knees resting on supportive blankets, or lower legs elevated onto the seat of a chair. As you allow yourself to settle in, take a few moments to notice your breathing space. Follow the breath into your body and out, allowing your breath to flow in whatever way occurs naturally. Begin to notice how your belly responds as the breath flows into your body and out. Letting go of any instincts to hold tension in your abdomen. Envision the muscles of your belly softening and loosening, releasing further with each breath, tension melting away. Sometimes placing the hands over the belly helps draw awareness to this area, softening the surface layers of the abdomen as well as the deeper layers. Even envisioning the internal organs softening and melting. And as you soften through the belly, you might find that the abdomen naturally expands with each in-breath and that the belly lowers with each out-breath. Even if you're not feeling this kind of movement at this time, you might envision a balloon expanding low into the abdominal area with each inhale and slowly deflating with each exhale. You might find that connecting with this full, deep belly breath is calming and soothing to your system. So invite the belly to soften and expand with each in-breath and notice how your body responds. This concludes the sequence on expanding the breathing space. Notice how this practice has affected your breathing, your body, your emotions, and your energy level.